Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. That's a slogan, right? What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Straight to Classroom. Today I'm doing another rant. Okay, this is about supportive equipment. Okay, too many people are like, "Oh, that's cheating. That's cheating. Oh, you wore a belt. You wore straps. You wore this. You wore that." You know who talks like that? Little whiny fucking babies. Okay. Number one, how is it cheating if it's not in a competition? How is it cheating if there's no rules? How is it cheating if there's no judges? How is it cheating if that person's just lifting in a gym? How is it cheating? You get where I'm going with this? How can it be cheating if there is to be no comparison? Now, if this person walks around and goes, "Oh, I'm the unofficial world deadlift holder," even though they wore straps and a belt and they had two buddies on the side helping them lift weight, like, okay, that's different. If they're claiming it to be a world record, that's fine, okay? But to say like just lifting, oh, if you didn't wear a belt, if you wore a belt, if you wore anything, that's, you didn't really lift the weight. What the hell stupid shit is that? Okay, that's like saying, could you imagine if a football player tried to go on the field with no helmet and bragged and talk shit to the other football players? It's like, oh, you guys need helmets, you guys need pads, you guys need cleats, you guys need thigh protectors. Do you see how stupid that sounds? What if an NBA player just walked on the court with no shoes and was like, haha, look how good I am with no shoes? Now, the reason I'm saying this is to point out the fact that if you can lift more with a belt and you choose to intentionally sandbag it yourself and your lifts just to look quote-unquote more impressive, you're a loser. You're a loser. End of story. You are looking for the validation of others. That is a fact. You want to post something and be like, "Oh my god, this guy didn't use a belt, he's awesome. This guy didn't use straps, this guy didn't use wrist wraps." I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit at all. No one cares about that shit. No one. What weight did you move? How big are you? How strong are you? Because if you want to compete in any type of strength sport and you are, like I said, intentionally sandbagging yourself, I don't know what you're doing. Because you're making up these imaginary, not incredible, these imaginary competitions between you and strangers on the internet. Now let's go piece by piece with each piece of equipment. You're going to see belt, you're going to see straps, you're going to see maybe knee and elbow sleeves, maybe. And then you're going to see wrist wraps. None of those are cheating. Now, let's just go in order before I jump ahead. Whoa, pump the brakes, pump the brakes. Let's just go in order. A belt will never be cheating. I remember I used to talk to someone about the powerlifter Konstantinov, I think that's how you say his name, how he used to never deadlift with a belt. Now, he used to squat with a belt. He never used to deadlift with a belt. That's an interesting choice, right? It's almost like he once said that the belt interfered with his deadlift form. And he can't automatically lift more weight with a belt. If a professional powerlifter could lift more weight with equipment that was legal or with form that was legal within the rules, they would do so. They would do so. Or else they should be ashamed of themselves. It would be like a football team. Sorry, I like football, so it's my imagination. A football coach not liking passing the football and insisting on winning, only running the football, or the other way around. But then they don't win. They sacrifice some of their success for their own ego. Ego will destroy you. Ego will absolutely destroy you. It doesn't matter what field, what activity, what planet we're talking about. Ego will destroy you. Let's go to number 2, straps. Straps can be overused. Okay, straps can definitely be overused. For your heaviest pulling exercises, you should 150% be using straps, or else you are not hitting all the muscle fibers possible. You should 100% be using straps. End of story. But don't overuse straps. If you're got like a 70-pound dumbbell row, you can go without straps for a while. Like if that's challenging for you, you can go without straps for a while. You don't need to be blasting straps for a 70-pound dumbbell row. If you can row 150 pounds and you can't do that without straps, or you can't do it for the amount of reps your back will need, then use it. Actually, I backtrack. Even if you have the 70-pound row, but your grip is going out far before your back muscles, then strap up. Work your grip in other ways. Don't allow your grip to be the limiting factor in an exercise that's not for your grip. Even deadlifting. I remember I was reading an article by Dave Tate and it completely changed my mind about straps. People are like, oh, don't use straps on deadlift, don't use straps on deadlift. But if your grip is limiting your deadlift strength, why would you allow your grip to hold back the development of the rest of the muscles that the deadlift works in your body solely because of your grip? Is your grip that important to you on deadlifts? If so, just work your fucking grip. That's it. It's as simple as that. Just get your hands and your grip stronger, and that's problem solved. Don't allow your grip to interfere with your deadlift. Last time I'll say it. Now, let's go to wrist wraps. Wrist wraps are like a comfortability thing. I feel like wrist wraps allow you to squeeze the bar harder, and that allows you to like I said, it's like an irradiation effect. Squeeze the bar harder. It forces your hands inwards, because if you tie your wrist wraps to the point, it should be kind of difficult to open up your hands fully. Okay? So that will force you to squeeze the bar, and it will actually teach you to squeeze the bar, just like a belt. Let me backtrack a little bit. A belt can be a great tool for beginners. When a beginner first gets a belt, I did this with one of my buddies. He first got a belt. I had him wear it on every set of squats and deadlifts, including the bar, so he can get the feeling and practice of pushing out against the belt with easy weight, so it becomes easier to do it when he has to push it out with lightweight. It's a nice training tool. It's a nice exercise, whatever you want to call it. Treat it like a drill, almost like athletes doing drills for their sports. Treat that like a drill. Now the last one, elbow sleeves and knee sleeves. Now this one can be controversial because yes, this will actually help you lift more weight, but it's marginal. Now if you're one of those losers that buys super tight knee sleeves and elbow sleeves just to get more weight out of them, that's different. But most knee sleeves and elbow sleeves, you're going to be getting them and wearing them just to provide warmth to the joint. Those are the type of sleeves that I am in favor. Now, I will say one piece of equipment that is 100% not viable are knee and elbow wraps. Those will give you much more weight and much more carryover. So